What's up, Super Players? It's your host Tony G, bringing you another Market Monday. And like always, if you're new to the channel and you like these type of videos, definitely smash that like button, be subscribed, and comment down below any cards I missed this market watch. But as you know, regionals are happening and they're all over the place. They're virtual, well, not virtual, webcam and in person. And so far, some of these formats is like the Unison Warrior format, some cards that are only legal for certain events. And not only that, we have regionals where people could use their competitive decks, of course. And so we're seeing prices of all these cards fluctuate because, just like in the title, regionals are impacting the prices of these cards, and we're seeing them go up, down, all over the place, sideways, upside down. I can't even tell you, but it's all over the place. And I'm really excited because there were so many decks that pretty much topped the event. As you know, we know that King Piccolo, you have Gogeta, but there were some surprises with Trunks, Xeno, Invoker, Goku, all these cool decks that actually made top cut or won the event. And so let's start off with the King Piccolo engine that you're gonna need is obviously U7. Goku was using this Unison as well. Is the Piccolo Jr. descendant of the King, and this one got reprinted in the event pack. And of course, this is the SR variant, and it's still sitting at a $10 amount. It's not too expensive, but to buy this one, it's $10. I mean, the cheapest is $10.48, and then the most expensive is probably like, I don't know, let's look, $45, but you're not gonna spend that. You're gonna buy the $10 one. And then we go into the SPR version. Of course, we had to talk about the SPR. It's only $6 more. Again, if you're trying to ball in the budget, definitely do the SR variant, but SPR is sitting at $22, being a little bit more pricey, 16 and right off the bat, and then it creeps up to $20 right after that. And then obviously King Piccolo's a menace to reckon with. You know, he's pretty strong. And then you got the blue stuff. We got Son Goku Calamity Challenger. This card continuously goes up because we're starting to see people use this card. I always thought this card was amazing in general. It's deflect, it's a blocker, and it just does so much work for little energy. It's so good. You only pay 1 energy to bring them out, and you draw a card. So you don't even neg. You got a blocker, 15k, deflect, guarantee coming out unless you're playing against a green deck. But other than that, it's just going to sit there. It's pretty cool. Very strong card, and one of my favorite cards. So it's sitting at $16.97, being the cheapest, and it slowly goes up to $20. And then we go into the next cards, which obviously Trunks Xeno topped, Gogeta Xeno's topping still, and we have Supreme Kai of Time Labyrinth Unleashed. We know that this card works very well against certain decks. It just stops them in their tracks. We have the U7 Goku. We have the it pretty much stops any card going for game, pretty much. And it's pretty phenomenal. It's sitting at $14.99, being the cheapest, and then it slowly goes up in price again. Like I said earlier, it goes from $14.99 to $20. Very good card. I still recommend getting a playset of these guys. Or if you want to get the SR variants, half the price of it. It's sitting at $11, but it'll slowly go up again. It's sitting at $11. The most I see it right here is $16. So I think you pick and choose which one you want. You want the bedazzle your deck, get the SPR. If you want the normal variant, SR, I mean, get it. You save a few more bucks, but again, spend a little bit more dollars and you get the nicer one. And then we go on to the next card is King Piccolo. Wait, why do I have it twice? Weird. And then we go into the Son Goku and Vegeta Apex of Power. Just like I was talking about, Invoker topped an event. It won the entire event. And it's so good. I mean, this card went down in price. It was, when I bought this card, I bought it for $400. But it's at $898. And then it slowly goes up. Because again, it just depends. If you're trying to play it competitively, it's $1,400, $500, $1,200. I mean, it's a very expensive card. And if you want to run it in Invoker, you want to win, you need this card for sure. It's Victory Strike, so if it deals 1 damage, you win the game, which is pretty sick. And again, the new red support Android 17 card that we're going to be talking about helps that deck out completely. And then we go on to the next card is Black Smoke Dragon Eternal Evil. This card got a promo, and this guy is bananas. I think this guy is very strong with the promo. I think you're going to slowly see this go up in price. Yes, it's sitting at 64. It's already going up in price. People are buying it out because I'm telling you, This card works very well in a lot of decks, especially with the promo. Helps it completely come out quicker for 1 less energy. That's 4 energy. It's so good, and you get to play it from your deck. It's pretty nuts. If you don't see it in your hand, if it's in your deck, you're gonna guarantee play this guy. So very good card, very strong, and so good. And then let's go on to the next card. Is going to be Super 17 Sibling Absorb. One of the cards that I want to mention that I think it's pretty good to get, relatively cheap right now. And if you're trying to play certain decks, I mean, this is like a Coppola list for certain decks and stop them. And you absorb, ignoring barrier if it's in rest mode. Very good card. And it's a 40,000 critical attack. So it's deflect, so it's guaranteed coming out. Very good card. And then we go into the next one is Super Mira Diabolical Fusion. Very strong card as well. Another card that I think you guys should pick up if you're just trying to collect. It's $34.99 and it goes up in price. But I mean, get them. Relatively cheap if you're trying to save. And then we want to talk about the expansion deck that just came out, the Ultimate deck with the Cell Leader. You get a bunch of awesome reprints. You get like set 2 cards. You get some Frieza Charismatic cards in here. It's a really good Ultimate deck to get. I feel it's already sold out. Wow, holy cow. I mean, we'll check into this next Market Watch to see if there's pictures and what the price is. But it's only sitting at $15, guys. $15 for this deck where Charismatic Villain is costing like 15 on its own. So you could just buy this deck. It's totally worth it. You get 2 Charismatic Friezas in this deck. I mean, it's totally worth it. If you don't want to cough up a lot of money, I mean, get these 2 decks. You make a pretty solid deck anyway, and you get Charismatic. And I think you even get Dormant Potential Unleashed, if I'm not mistaken. Another great card. And Homicidal Clones. You get some pretty cool cards in this Ultimate deck, if I'm not mistaken. I think I saw it. Is it not here? Oh, I don't know. I mean, I thought I saw Dormant Potential Unleashed. I swore I saw it was in this deck, but I might be wrong. Who knows? You guys comment down below if I'm wrong. And then we go on to the next card is Son Gohan Hidden Might. Another card that just skyrocketed. It was sitting at $18. Now it's $40, and it's being bought out. I mean, green is pretty strong right now. I mean, even with King Cold in the UW format, I'm surprised no one played it in this format. I mean, it's a very strong deck. It draws an insane amount, and if you pilot it very well, I think it could win a UW format by landslide. I guarantee it. It's just so good. And then we go on to the next card is King Piccolo, the new ruler, which is being splashed in every red Unison oriented deck, which is very cool, very strong. It's sitting at $23 for lightly played, and then $40 for a near mint one. Very expensive still. And then we go on to the next one is going to be Piccolo Jr. Giant Force. Some of these cards are still worth mentioning because we still see Red Broly running rampant. Very strong. Deals a lot of damage, and I think people are realizing they're going to play Red Broly because this card's being bought out. And Red Broly is very strong still. Turn 2, you're bringing out some pretty heavy hitters, and you're making your opponent warp their hand. I mean, what else can you ask for? That's an insane deck. And then we go on to the next one is Mira Dimensional Superpower. Another card that I think is worth mentioning. Not that many listings, of course. And Xeno Gogeta is winning a lot, so it runs this card specifically, Mira Dimensional Superpower, sitting at $149, but then it just goes to $475. I mean, it's not a huge jump, but I mean, not that many listings. And then we go on to the card that I want to talk about. It's Android 17 Most Valuable Player. This card itself is, again, the most valuable player of that deck, Invoker. And it just does so much for so little. And it's a very powerful deck and a very powerful card. So that's why it's sitting at $72 for 1. If you pull this card in your champion pack, sell it. I mean, you could sell it for $139 if you really wanted to. Who knows? But it's a very powerful card. So there you guys have it. If there's any cards I missed in this Market Watch, definitely let me know for the next one. And like always, if you like these type of videos, definitely like, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned for other Market Mondays. From your host, Tony G. Like we always say, y'all stay super.